The stories you'll hear here are bound by nothing but time itself. Welcome to Eternal Voices.
Imagine a world where a smile could change a life, because it can. Today, something so simple struck me so deeply. I was walking through the city rushing, as usual, and I caught the eye of an elderly man sitting on a bench. Our eyes met for a brief moment, and I smiled, just instinctively. And he smiled back, not the kind of smile you give out of habit, but something softer, something that felt like it carried weight. It lingered in his eyes, like someone had reminded him that he was still seen. I kept walking, but that look stayed with me. It made me think about how many of us are just trying to hold ourselves together, quietly. People are carrying so much grief, anxiety, pressure, things they've never spoken aloud. Yet, the world often demands we keep moving, keep pretending, keep scrolling, keep smiling for pictures, but not for people. But what if we slowed down? What if we looked up and noticed each other again? I don't mean just to glance or nod politely. I mean truly notice, acknowledge someone with warmth, presence, and care. A real smile, a kind word, a how are you that doesn't expect a rushed fine in return. What if we lived in a world where these small gestures weren't the exception, but the rhythm of life? Because honestly, I think they matter more than we realize. I think they're everything. We talk so much about leaving a legacy. We think about impact in terms of achievement, titles, accolades, milestones. But I'm starting to believe that the real legacy lives in the moments no one sees. The times we chose gentleness over being right. The days we were tired or hurting, but still held space for someone else. The hours we sat quietly beside someone just so they wouldn't feel alone. Those are the moments that echo. I look back on the hardest parts of my own life, not the dramatic, visible moments, but the quiet ones. The nights when everything felt heavy, the days when I doubted my worth. And what I remember most aren't solutions or speeches, but the people who just showed up. The friend who sent a message out of the blue. The teacher who told me I had something special. The stranger who smiled and made me feel human on a day I felt invisible. Their voices, though small at the time, have never left me. They became eternal. And now I find myself wondering, am I someone else's eternal voice? Am I offering the kind of presence that stays with someone long after the moment is gone? I want to be. I hope I am. Maybe it's naive to think that kindness can shift the world. But honestly, I don't think it is. Because this world doesn't need more loudness. It needs more heart. More people choose gentleness even when the world feels sharp. More souls who lift others up, not for attention, but because they understand that love is the only thing that multiplies when given away. So here's what I want to remind myself today, and maybe someone else too. You don't have to fix everything. You don't have to change the world with a single act. But you can change someone's world, maybe just by smiling at them. Maybe by being patient. Maybe by listening. Maybe by saying, I'm here. These small choices, they are not small. They are sacred. They are timeless. They are the soul's way of saying, you are not alone. I see you. You matter. And if even one person feels that because of you, that is enough. So tomorrow, when I step out into the noise of the world again, I'll try to carry this truth with me. Love doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers in kindness. And sometimes that whisper is the loudest thing a soul will ever hear. And if all I do is leave behind a trail of quiet goodness, a few more smiles, a few more lifted hearts, then I've done something that matters. And maybe that's what it truly means to live well.
The story doesn't end here. It's only waiting for the next chapter. Stay tuned for more from Eternal Voices.